picture fear, and we think of a shadow in the woods, a creature in the night. If only it were that simple. The worst kind comes without warning. Deep and primal signal from within. A reminder that just because you cannot see the threat, it doesn't mean that it's not already here.
Continuiamo ad andare avanti. Ma qua è proprio, ci dobbiamo picchiare. Ho detto. Non gli ho fatto niente. Oh merda. Non morire. Mamma mia, ti schiatto la cava. Va bene. Va bene, va bene. Mi hanno dato un paio di botte, ma va bene. Allora, io vengo da là sotto, ma qua dentro che siamo venuti a fare? Solo a picchiarci? Ah, si è aperta una porta lì.
The Northmen say you must sacrifice in order to receive. They tell how the runes were revealed to Odin only in sacrifice. He hung himself from the world tree, and he stabbed himself with a spear, and he dedicated the sacrifice to himself. For 9 nights he hung on the tree without food or drink, and at last he saw the runes below him. He gave a cry and gathered them in his mind.
Do you know what it's like to leave everything behind? Your home, loved ones, to head deep into the wilds, perhaps never to return. Senua does. Because when darkness speaks, it changes everything. Turning home into a foreign land and loved ones into strangers.
Ehi, ma quanti ce ne stanno questi cosi?
Exile makes sense when you realize that you were never really home in the first place.
Va bene, quindi... Ma la vedo proprio dura. La vedo dura. Ponti da far apparire. Ponti da sbloccare. Segni da trovare. Capito. Capito, ho capito. Però prima di andare lì, come al solito, ci facciamo un giro rapido. Vedere se possiamo sbloccare già qualcosa. Va bene, giusto. Pronto ad aprire questa porta? Non andare in panico, tranquillo. Vamo. Tranquillo. Allora, io credo che la prima cosa da fare è andare qua. Che mo si apre il ponte qui così, giusto? No. Ma questa porta, questo portale...
No. It nearly killed her, but she tried. Druth helped her. If it wasn't for Druth, she'd be dead.
Io non vedo niente che cambia là dentro,
She wanted to marry Dillian. She came to beat her own darkness and marry Dillian. But it didn't work.
She thought her curse would affect him.
Ah, però qua c'è un cazzo in boccio
She
che
thought
ci
she'd
potrà
bring the darkness to him too.
aiutare probabilmente. Ecco qua,
She
infatti.
thought the curse made her tainted.
Druth helped her.
E almeno abbiamo superato la prima zona. La cosa importante è aprire le porte. Questa sicuro sarà bloccata da dietro. Questa qua però la possiamo sbloccare. Voilà. Andiamo a sbloccare. Qua non si va. Chissà come ci vado qua dentro. Vedo veramente difficile. Però abbiamo aperto qua. Andiamo un attimo di qua. Voglio vedere se da quel portale è cambiato qualcosa. Vedi? È cambiato perché mo' ho aperto. Quindi mo' possiamo andare. Che poi dovremmo richiudere una volta aperta la porta, perché si va sopra. Mo' andiamo a richiuderlo. Abbiamo richiuso. Ok, vediamo un attimo questa zona che non l'abbiamo potuta vedere innanzitutto. Ok, non c'è nulla. Qua si va? No, non mi sono perso. Volevo trovare questo monolite.
The Northmen say that Odin is always in search of knowledge and wisdom and magic. There was a very wise being named Mimir, who guarded the waters of wisdom which flow from the roots of the World Tree. Odin wished to drink from this spring, gouged out his own he drank from the well and traded one way of seeing for another.
Qua cambia qualcosa? Prima di passarci attraverso. Focus, ho detto. Sì, cambia. Cambiano proprio i cazzi in bocci.
The ravens.
The ravens.
They've gone.
They've gone.
No.
Half of them have gone.
They've gone.
Some are still there. But where? Some are still there.
No, Raven's helping.
He's not helping.
It's a trick. Quiet. I can't think. Out in the wilds. In the cold winter woods.
Where have they gone?
She no longer felt fit for this world. She almost gave in to the darkness.
Io credo che questi qua che elimino non servono.
But she remembered Dillian's words. She remembered her promise. She
Ma
resolved to
è
fight on
eliminato o no?
and kill that which had become a
Io
part
penso
of
di
her.
sì. Ma mo il problema più grande è ok, diciamo che abbiamo fatto questa cosa. Ma adesso non ci stanno quelli là in più. Ok, la parte questa qua l'abbiamo fatta. Ah, no, c'è una parte di qua che non l'abbiamo fatta però. Ah, ok. Siamo stati fortunati comunque, dai. Sono andato subito a vedere le particolarità diverse. Well, well, well. Ok, mo dovrei aprire un ponte da queste parti, giusto? Dov'era il ponte? Lì. Voglio un attimo liberare il ponte, che è la cosa penso più importante. Ok, che è quello che mi porta di là. Ma questa zona qua io non l'ho potuta vedere bene. Però qua si può scendere. Il fatto che si possa scendere significa che forse devo fare qualcosa. Ma che fa? Oh, oh. Ci sono.
Broken. The gate is open. Open.
Già ho fatto.
There is
Ma com'è
no such thing
possibile?
as victory when it comes to the darkness. It's like it doesn't want to kill me.
Credevo di trovare più cose.
You'll know what
Più difficile.
biding its time.
Vabbè,
Only when
allora
she is
andiamo.
at her weakest will it strike to kill.
Scende qua.
Will she find Dillian before her time comes?
Vabbè, sicuro mi sono perso qualcosa. Però va bene. Qua mi sa di boss fight, bello largo, cosa. E niente in giro? Una scala. e una parte dove andare. Sì, però è inutile mo. Che tanto sicuro dobbiamo aprire questa porta. Ecco qua.
Overcome Valravan's final illusion to face him in his keep. I know you can do it, Senua. You have the sight.
We both see the darkness. We can fight it together.
Va bene. Ok. Quindi ora torno giù e vado là perché abbiamo quella cosa aperta.
Senua, listen. I will tell you the tale of a man called Findan.
Findan.
The Northmen captured Findan's sister, and his father sent him to pay for her release. But they took his gold, put him in chains, and held him for a day and a night without food or water. Then they released him. I don't know why. Upon his return, his father's enemies in Erin set fire to his home. His father burnt to death, and his brother was killed. But he escaped with sorrow in his heart. His father's enemies offered redress for his loss and invited him to a feast. It was at a hall near the sea. But when he went there, they betrayed him to the Northmen, who enslaved him and took him to hell. 6 years later, his slave masters landed on the shores of Orkney, burning all before them. And into that fire, Findan made his escape. What was Findan burnt away that day. But from the flames, a new man stepped forward, and Druth was born. Druth, the man that I am now. And though Findan never set eyes on his dear sister again, I, Druth, have found you, Senua.
I wish you could have seen my home before these dark times.
Ho voluto togliere quell'asta da là sopra, in realtà così. Perché non riuscivo a capire perché questo mi aveva fatto aprire sto cacchio di ponte. Comunque, possiamo andare sull'albero. Tutto molto semplice fino adesso. Non ho capito se sono io che reggo l'equilibrio o no. Vabbè, comunque.
Broken. The gate is open. Open.
This darkness. I know it from the wild.
Buongiorno.
It's coming back for me.
Morto?
I'm still here. Are you too? Where are we? I remember. It didn't end well in the wilds. It never does. You think you can overcome the darkness, make sense of it, and once relief settles in, it strikes out of nowhere, throwing you helplessly back into the maelstrom, drowning the mind in fear, deeper, deeper, dragging you down so far into the void that maybe this time there is no coming back. But there, in the darkness,
Senua,
she remembered what he told her.
hear me. Reach out to me. Senua, take my iron mirror. Look into it, for it is a window into the underworld. Within, you will see the face of the darkness that you fear. And if you focus, like I have taught you to, you will also see that as much as the darkness has you trapped within its veil, it too is trapped within yours. Focus. Focus! Focus!
I see you! I see you now! You led me to the wilds! You trapped me there!
Don't give up. Don't give up.
Schiazzo. No, no, ce n'ha due di colpi. Merda! Sono morto? Raga, non è scarso, eh. No, non è proprio scarso. Da chi sta? Non si fa i fatti suoi. Non se li fa i fatti suoi. Non se li fa. Tornatevi. Tutto a focus da già fa. Va bene. Io ti sguardo, forse non è chiaro. Io ti faccio il male. Dov'è? Di non proteggersi. Oh merda. Mannaggia, ma... Oh dai, ciao! Ok, noi... Poi attacco pesante non ce lo posso fare. Wow, come mi ha pigliato? Ah, dovevo parare giusto. Mamma mia, da giù
I never
brutta.
beat you in the wilds, did I? It was an illusion. But not this time!
Oh, so pesci.
The mark of Valravan, one of the keys to the gate to Helheim. Hold it in your mind's eye.
With every battle, the darkness grows stronger. Every victor defeat. Unfair, isn't it? In those dark winter nights in the wilds, there were times when she considered letting go. If it weren't for Druth, a chance encounter in the wilds, she would not have heard his stories of the Northmen. And she would not have this chance to find Dillion's soul.
I'm coming. I still hear you.
Molto bene. Pronti ad andare avanti. Avanti o indietro. Aspetta, qua ci sono già stato. Sì, mi sono fatto il giro di là, picchiato a quello là, quindi ora devo tornare indietro. Ah no, devo andare avanti. Qua ho picchiato, abbiamo fatto la boss fight. Quindi andiamo avanti. Eccoci qua. Ma qua torniamo indietro però. Però io forse devo andare indietro. Perché una volta picchiato a quello, però vediamo un attimo, aspetta.
When she was younger, she would lay in the grass and stare at the clouds. And there she saw them. Elusive. Shifting faces. After a while, she could see the faces everywhere. In the trees, the mountains, caves.
Poi penso che dobbiamo tornare indietro perché è l'unica cosa che possiamo fare. Dobbiamo tornare a quella porta principale dove ci hanno detto di picchiare a questi due.
I wonder, can you see the faces too? They're there, if you look for them. Mother?
What?
Senua, you have the sight. Just like I do. Once you can see into the underworld and all the souls within it will see you. Don't be afraid when they speak to you. I will always be here to guide you. Did you see her? That was her mother, Galina. Priestess. A healer. She taught Senua to see the weave that binds the world together. And it was beautiful. It was a time before the darkness. But when it did come, it first came for her mother. Senua still sees her face from time to time, hidden in the world. Like she's still watching over. She misses her so much.
Vabbè, dovremmo esserci quasi, eh. Comunque questo è un gioco completamente diverso dal solito. Siamo arrivati? Sì.
With the mark of Valravan and the mark of Surt, you may cross the bridge over the River of Knives to Helheim.
Why is she waiting? Open the gate. Open the gate.
No, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. Don't open the gate. Don't.
She's done it.
Fatto.
It's so dark. It's dark. The darkness.
Only the dead may cross.
Only the dead may cross into hell.
Truth? Anyone?
There is no one here but me.
Not you.
Did you think that I would let you go? That you lost me back in the wilds? I will never let you go. You can't get rid of me. I am your shadow. And I will be watching when you draw your last dying gasp.
I'm not ready to die.
You will be when you see what they did to your dear beloved.
Delian!
In this waking nightmare, where all dreams come true, you searched for control, a way to pull through. When you were in love, you left him in tears, to smother your furies and banish your fears. But in darkness they came, through stormy black seas they raided these shores. Do you still hear his screams? And now that you're home, he's so far away. They've taken his soul. To these gods you cannot pray. They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through his darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart. You fought for love unspoilt by your darkness within. You fought for your dreams. Now there's no way to win. In the head of his corpse lies the seat of his soul. So you must carry his vessel to bring him back home.
You did this! No!
They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through this darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart.
Go.
The darkness touched you. Everyone could see it in the hollows of your eyes. A gaze averted from life. You ran from it but brought it nearer. Led it to him. An endless suffering, worse than death. And you wanted to surrender, abandon and to find peace with the gods. No. The darkness won't allow it. So you will walk into the lair of the beast. Look it in the eye, and you will go to war. This is your mission. This is your quest. There is nothing else left.
Va bene. Andiamo a spaccare un po' di culo i vichinghi. Bravo. E tu sei finito. Niente.
The gods made you a warrior.
Sto venendo, sto venendo.
It's
Brangada.
falling. When there is a new road ahead, the only one that
Allora non è chiaro. Allora non è chiaro. Non mi devi toccare. Allora non è proprio chiaro che vi faccio il male fisico. Nessuno mi può fermare.
every gate you open into darkness brings another challenge.
Brangata. Brangata? Cosa è tutto schivata, voglio. L'ho sbattuto a volare. Ma meno male mi sono parato all'ultimo. ucciso. Allora va già fa male a tutte e due, anzi, capito? Però tu per primo. Ma io alzo una, capito? Di schiatto proprio. Mamma mia, ma giù. Mamma mia, che vi ho combinato, mamma mia. Mi avete toccato una volta, una volta. Quindi per ogni porta mi devo struppiare, non c'è problema. Sono pronto. Questa porta mi servono dei simboli. Simboli runici. Questa si apre?
The journey
Ovviamente
to
no.
Helheim is never a straight one. Each must find their own path. Align yourself to its secrets. However you come to the gold-covered bridge that leads to Hell, you may find it guarded by a giantess. She will ask your name. She will ask your lineage. She will ask your business. The Northmen tell of the warrior woman Brynhild, who leapt into fire and rode to Hell to join her slain love Sigurd.
Ok. Devo tornare dove ho combattuto con quelli perché c'è una scala. Che percorreremo. Oh 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 oh, ma qua c'è un simbolo però da trovare. Una X. Oh, dopo vediamo, prendiamo prima la scala. Questa X qua. C'è una specie di S. Probabilmente è quello là, però lo dobbiamo prendere con una visuale migliore. Eccola qua. Ah, raga, è palesemente una S, cioè è quello proprio sicuro. Dobbiamo solo trovare il giusto. Però a me sembra. Ecco qua. Questa l'abbiamo trovata. La X già la dovevamo trovare, vedete come ve lo dico. Sono sicuro di questa cosa. Dove sto andando non lo so. Caso. Per caso abbiamo trovato questa strada. Comunque ci mancano altri due simboli. Qui c'è una faccia.
Oh, Senua. Your father does not hate me. He just fears the souls in the underworld. He cannot see that they are already afraid. But I am their healer, and I must answer their cries for help, even if it displeases him.
Quindi veniamo qui solo per questa cosa, immagino. Se è una cosa del tutto opzionale. Quindi ritorniamo indietro. Oh, ma io con quelli ho fatti proprio male prima, mamma mia. Quindi di qua non devo andare più. Buono, mi sono tolto una zona di mezzo. Poi dobbiamo andare qui sopra e di qua. qua, si scende giù e c'è un monolite che andremo a vedere.
Hela possesses large dwelling places in Helheim. Tall are her walls, high are her gates. The name of her dish is hunger. Her knife is famine.
Okay.
On her threshold all will stumble. Her bed is called sick bed, and her bed hangings are called flames of a funeral pyre. They say she is easy to recognize, half black and half the color of flesh, and her face
Ecco qua, che tra parentesi è sempre lo stesso simbolo. Che è anche quello che abbiamo fatto fare la S. E adesso ci manca la X, però i simboli della X stavano giù. Quindi io tinco che dobbiamo andare giù lì e guardare forse sempre lo stesso simbolo, perché era sempre lo stesso. Vedi, qua esce la X. Vediamo un po'. Mettiamoci giusto, eccola qua. Ragazzi, è palesemente fatto. Ah, ok. Fatto? Sì, l'ho fatto. E abbiamo aperto anche questa porta. Ce ne possiamo, andiamo. Vediamo se qualcuno vuole ancora combattere un po' con noi. Siamo, ragazzi.
The gate. It's opening.
It's coming.
That song again.
Is it?
It's Hela.
Yes, the source of the darkness. It's coming. This is your moment.
Ok, come lo battiamo?
I'm sorry. I can't watch this.
What are you doing? You're showing weakness. You're not a warrior. You're a disgrace. The gods will punish you for this.
Avevo
Pick
paura.
up the sword. Pick it up. Fight the darkness. Fight it. Get up. Get up. Get up and fight.
Marò.
Stormy seas and lost souls. She's dreamt of this before. They say dreams are visions of our memories, thoughts and fears, as seen by our inner eye. But what if each one of us is always dreaming, even when awake, and we only see what our inner eye creates for us? Is this what hell is? A world shaped by Senua's nightmares. Maybe that's why people feared seeing the world through her eyes. Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted, you must accept that yours might be too.
You failed the gods. You're pathetic. Rotten. Cursed. What were you thinking? Did you really think you could win? How stupid can you be?
So stupid.
Everyone hates her. She's cursed.
The shadow hates.
Look at you. A warrior. Worthless, weak, pathetic. Go on, feel sorry for yourself, because there's no one left to do that for you.
Everywhere. What's that?
Take it. If you're too much of a coward to fight, then end the suffering. Broken and lost. Just like your sword.
Come on. There.
Why go on when you give everything and face that which torments you, only to find that it is worse than you could have imagined? Why go on? Is it really so weak to ask this? Or are we just so afraid of the honest answer that we do not dare pose the question? Sometimes the answer lies in a memory, a feeling, a song.
It's not real. It's a trick. It's not real. Listen to it.
Don't give up.
Dillian.
Not like this.
It's not real.
It is real.
It's a trick. Don't trust it. Maybe you're already dead.
Who are you?
Do you still believe in yourself?
No, it's
You're not.
It's a trick. It's a trick. He's already dead. He can't be here. It's impossible.
Come to me. Please.
The light.
Go towards the light.
It's him.
There he is.
It can't be him. It's just a trick. It's in your mind.
No, he's here.
It's in your
It's
mind.
him. It's real. It's happening.
Go towards it.
Vediamo un po' dove vogliamo andare a parare. Eccolo là, Dillion.
There it is. It's Dillian.
He's gone. He's gone. Slow. How could you?
Keep
How
going.
could you?
Keep going. Ignore the pain.
I told you it was the trick. You. I told you.
Where are you going?
See, there's nothing to follow. Come on.
Before she first met him, she was not in a good place. Just a teenager, but not like the
Bangada.
others. Barely functioning, she rarely left the house. Her father's in-bell made sure of that. Only occasionally did she venture out on her own, collecting firewood and herbs. Errands out on the Orkney Plains. That was her world.
Eccolo là.
Like this one. Barren and lonely.
You're getting somewhere.
It's already disappeared.
Nothing lives here, not even you. It's in your mind. You think you can see it, but it's in your mind.
There he was,
Eccolo là.
the lone figure of a boy.
He's there. Under the tree.
Swordplay under the shade of a tree.
You have to.
She remembers the first time she saw him. To her young eyes, he moved as if dancing, and the world danced with him.
You have to keep it.
glue lifted. For the first time in years, she felt a ray of hope.
Great hero. His name is Sigmund. His father's hall was built around a great tree, and one day, Odin comes and thrusts a sword into the tree, a gift to whomever can reach it. Death for Sigmund and his brother seems certain. But the king's wife is Sigmund's sister, and she begs for mercy and implores the king to chain them up instead. He agrees. Not for mercy, though, but because he plans an even more cruel and lingering death. Chained to a tree in the forest that night, a she-wolf comes and devours one of Sigmund's brothers. She returns, ravenous, night after night, until only Sigmund.
Era qui più o meno, no? Era da queste parti. Tutto quell'arco tipo. No. Devo continuare ad andare avanti secondo me. Là dentro? No. Ci siamo.
Day after day, watching from afar, she mimicked him, perfecting her own secret dance, wishing those fleeting moments of light would stretch out to last forever.
It's a trick. It's an illusion. It's not real. Do you really think it's real? You want to believe it's real, but it's a trick.
Oh.
Where are you going? Where is she going? What is she following? You can't even fight. It's just deception.
How does he so effortlessly court the world and bliss? If only she could do the same. See the world through eyes anew and dance with it, just like he does.
What's your name?
Senua.
I haven't seen you before.
I don't leave home much.
Oh, Zeno's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait. Who taught you to fight like that?
No one.
No one?
Well, I watched you, and
You learned all of that from watching me? You should become a warrior, you know.
me?
I'm Dillian. I'm here for the warrior trials. Just come and watch. And bring your sword.
You can't put it into words. That moment when you look into the eyes of the one who is supposed to reassure you, make you feel safe. It only takes an instant. Fear swallows you before you have a chance to make sense of it. And darkness becomes a part of who you are.
You killed him.
But her world changed the day the Northmen took him from her. Senua knows that there's no going back to how things were. That there's nothing to go back to at all.
Stay still, stay quiet, hide, don't tell her.
Their gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to destroy
They
you.
won't stop me. I can still feel him.
Whatever's left of him They will never let him go.
I'm not gonna let him rot here!
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone!
You will die here.
No!
And all your suffering will have been for nothing.
Shut up! Dillian? Is that you? I'll find you, man.